This is a first edition of Ulysses by James Joyce. My name is Pom Harrington. I'm the owner of Peter Harrington. Here we have in front of you is one of 1,000 copies of Ulysses. Now, Ulysses was published in 1922 by Sylvia Beach at the Shakespeare Company in Paris. The print run was divided into 3 different issues. The first issue was one of 100 or assigned. The second issue was one of 150 large paper, and then there was 750 regular copies. The one we have here today is actually one of the large paper copies, so it's one of 150. The publication of Ulysses actually is beautifully documented, and when I open this up, we're going to have a little look at the limitation page. And we look inside and it tells you what I just told you, but this is number 233, and Sylvia Beach actually gets a notebook of where each copy went, and from that notebook we know that on the 24th of May 1922 Sylvia sent this book to Sweden to the Fritze bookshop, who had it bound up locally by a local binder called Östermalms. Please excuse the pronunciation. And they put their little book label down there to sign the binding. If we can get that, yeah, there we are. So it's bound in Stockholm. So from the Sylvia Beach notebook, we basically can see this will be the first copy of Ulysses imported into Sweden. I'm going to go to the front there. We can just look at the little label, and there's the bookshop from Stockholm. Actually, it's a very famous bookshop in Stockholm. It was founded, I believe, in the 1830s. So it was nearly 100 years old when they took this book in. The binder has retained the original front wrapper, which is rather kind of him. This is a lithographic wrapper that was printed up and put around the books. The books were so heavy and cumbersome that it was quite common for the books to be bound up. But not always keeping the wrapper, so it's rather nice to have that. The large format of Ulysses actually works rather well as a binding, and I think you'll see here, if I just open this up, you can see the full binding there, and it's a very appropriate binding for a book of this period. Withal, I'd say this is a fine copy of a first edition Ulysses. Here it's housed in a slipcase, and would make a very important addition to any modern literature library. For details about this book and others by James Joyce, please see the Peter Harrington website.